What's up fam, this is Voice Text Paul, the voice of Noella Radio, speaking on behalf of Haley Nicole of the ThunderBuddy01 Media Network. Are you looking to provide extra support to help with the development of more videos? Do you have a fat stack of cash that you inherited from your coronavirus stimulus checks lying around? Or are you looking to partake in slightly fun and totally not illegal money laundering? Actually, don't do the third thing. But what you definitely should do is become a ThunderBuddy superfan. For just $2.99 per month, you'll get access to members-only perks, such as shoutouts, exclusive badges and emojis, priority replies to your comments, and when ThunderBuddy01 herself feels like it, early access to new videos. Do not delay, join now. You can use the link in the description box or click on the join button. And as always, strike them likes, flood that subscribe button, and twist that notification bell.
Monster Jam invades a hidden parking lot buried behind a crap ton of abandoned shopping centers in Wyoming for an all-out freestyle competition. 8 of the best trucks and drivers will be competing for the freestyle title on this slab of concrete littered with all of my ex-wife's junk that she no longer uses. Can Tom Mentz and Max Z finally overcome what has been a disastrous chain of events following a brutal chassis-destroying rollover? Or will Adam Anderson tell the 14-time champion to pound sand? Find out next on the ThunderBuddy Racing Network.
Let's start it up and we gon' tear it up. Roll into town, 10,000 pounds, come gather round. The king will be crowned, sounds unmistaken, no time for faking. Got the crowd shaking, feel the earthquake, impact in the stands. Millions of fans up with your hands, it's time to jam. Start it up, we're gonna tear it up. It's time to jam. Who's ready for Monster Jam?
Welcome back, Monster Jam fans, to the ThunderBuddy Racing Network, where, as you can see, this crowd here in the town of Wyoming is more empty than Donald Trump's after spending 16 hours at Mar-a-Lago doing nothing but golfing. Guess it makes sense that he can go out and have the time of his life with his buddies on Pennsylvania Avenue, and yet my timeshare guy can't get dick with the 62 cents left in my retirement fund. Hi, everyone. I'm Scott Douglas, Ken Stout, and Mark Schroeder. Alongside, it seems like it was just yesterday, we were at the World Finals in Las Vegas, watching a one-truck freestyle run before our budget ran out like the Dow Jones over the past month.
We've been getting a bit more zesty with our jokes and breaking the fourth wall this time around. But yeah, Scott, so this crowd here, or lack thereof, in Wyoming is looking pretty excited for tonight's freestyle competition. No racing this time around. Apparently one of our camera guys forgot to take the lens cap off of the potato he uses to film everything, so we fired him faster than Elon Musk can fire half of the federal workforce, and got a competent employee with a studio-grade camera and superb videotaping skills.
Mark and Scott, thank you both for having me up here at the ThunderBuddy Racing Network cockpit with you two. I'm excited to watch these trucks freestyle and see what these drivers have in store for us. If I'm not mistaken, some of these trucks, drivers, and the skills they will be performing will be first-time appearances on the network.
Right, you are, Ken. And speaking of trucks and drivers, let's take a look at our field of trucks. First and foremost, we have John Gordon in that awesome holographic Silverado, Bad Company. Follow that up with world record holder Bryce Kenny. Saw him a while back driving the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Now he's going back to his roots and will be piloting the Monster Mutt here in Wyoming.
Caleb Blood will be piloting the Soldier Fortune truck, stepping in for the injured Chad Fortune. And check this out, we got Weston Anderson's team Gravedigger driver, youngest sibling to Adam and Ryan Anderson, piloting that awesome C3 Corvette known as Full Charge.
Dalton Widener will be bringing back a Monster Jam relic, backwards Bob. I can't even tell which way he's going. And we have the two-time world freestyle champion, Mr. Excitement, Jim Kohler, and the Avenger. He's been known for throwing down a lot of wild freestyles. Let's see what he has here in Wyoming tonight.
Rounding off this relatively small field of trucks, we got Tom Mentz in Match D, Blake Granger was willing to let Tom borrow his truck while his original chassis gets repaired. And last but not least, we have Adam Anderson, 5-time world champion in Gravedigger. We're about to start freestyle here in Wyoming. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Monster Jam on the ThunderBuddy Racing Network is brought to you by Monster Energy Ultra Zero Sugar. Monster Energy is the official zero sugar and low calorie energy drink of Monster Jam. And by BKT Tires. We're going places and right back to the junkyard after we pop on a speed bump. Welcome back to the abandoned shopping mall parking lot in Wyoming. Apparently we can't say the actual location anymore without this episode being pulled and us getting fined by the FCC for excessive obscenities.
I would say I told you so, but then you'll shove me into the trunk of your Prius again, and last time that happened, I was starved for 3 days and was hallucinating Jim Jack winning the World Championship. Nevertheless, freestyle is now underway as John Gordon and Bad Company rolls onto the track.
This truck that John Gordon has is absolutely stunning. A lot of horsepower, a lot of torque. And whoa, baby, that torque came into play right there. Look at that sky wheelie as he starts off his run.
John Gordon out of Northwest Georgia, one of our many independent drivers here on Monster Jam, normally runs on various dirt tracks and other fairgrounds. But one of the benefits, I'd say, is he gets to use what he's done in these independent shows and give the fans here at Monster Jam something different to look at.
Great sky wheelie over the bus, or an amazing slap wheelie to combo it up. Nicely done. Those PK keys really keep that truck moving. Coming over the other racing lane. Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, nice job.
What a save. What a save by John Gordon and Bad Company. This is the first truck out of the box. If this doesn't score well with the judges, then I don't know what else will.
We'll go back over to the bus stack. Guys, he's got some insane momentum. He knows how to get these Wyoming fans excited. Clips the short stack by the exit, almost went over, but manages to keep it on all fours. Oh boy, hang on, he's going for the pyramid.
Oh, and he rips the right front tire off the bead. Those concrete barriers the track construction crew put up for ramps are really unforgiving.
Well, as Scott said, those BK keys pop on anything. Going for a cross red here. Oh no, hang on.
Oh my, couldn't get the save and over he goes. Wow.
Hey, you know something? Had he not been show off, he was going to try and bring that back up onto all fours. But even then, I don't think he would have gotten very far with all of the front end damage he sustained right before that rollover.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. But let's head over to the TB01 instant replay here. And this run was smoking. Starting off with that beautiful sky wheelie over the back of that racing lane. Then he makes his way over to the bus and gets another great set of wheelies. But this save right here is going to be the highlight of John Gordon's run. He hit the blue racing lane a little bit cockeyed, and he just stuffed it into the vans. He had the presence of mind to get back into the throttle, and that's what got him that amazing save.
And I know that save resonated really well with the three of us and with the fans. Hopefully it will do the same with the judges. And there you go. 23, setting that high of a number, even with leaving time on the clock, is not an easy thing to do, but he has officially set the bar for these other drivers.
And speaking of other drivers, here comes Bryce Kenny now in that new age monster mutt. And look at that, starting off by wagging the old tail. That dog is excited, I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly right, Mark. Bryce watched John Gordon's run, and he knows he's going to have to top it somehow or another. Looks like he's going to be the first to take those vans on.
Oh my, that is not what he wanted to do. He came out swinging and just went too big too early. I don't even know if he's going to get a score. He made that one move and he went over, didn't even get 30 seconds filled.
Man, what a big disappointment for Bryce Kenny. I know he's not going to be happy about how that run turned out. And unfortunately, Scott, you're right. Since he only made that one move and didn't fill more than 30 seconds, Bryce isn't going to get a score.
Tough break for Bryce Kenny. As a driver, I know what it's like to want to outperform the leading run, only to fall flat on your face like Tesla stock market prices.
And just as I thought, Bryce Kenny and Monster Mutt gets a 0 for his score. When we come back, Caleb Blood and more will be taking a shot at the hot seat. John Gordon and Bad Company really seems to be enjoying himself in the leader circle right now. Score to beat is a 23 out of a possible 35 points. We have 3 regulation judges out here judging the first 90 seconds, and then we have an extra person judging the remaining 30. Someone who I know is looking to fulfill the whole clock is Caleb Blood, driving that awesome Soldier Fortune truck.
Caleb Blood has a lot of experience under her belt, getting her first shot driving the crazy bull, as we like to refer to it. That experience is definitely being put to good use as she hits the bus first off. A lot of these drivers, I've noticed, are going for the bus first. Oh, are you f***ing kidding me? Another tire just left the chat.
This is 2 trucks now that have had that happen, and this is really going to hurt her chances of being able to throw it down. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. She had a bad bounce over that pyramid, and she saved it.
Right into some donuts for Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune, getting close to the spin cycle. But yeah, that flat right front is going to make those left-hand turns all the more difficult.
What she needs to do at least a little bit more, because she's already doing some of this right now, she needs to keep the weight of the truck off of that right front. This can be an issue on any track, but on a track like this, nothing will eat parts more than asphalt.
Seems to be just driving around trying to search for her next move. Well, here we go. Oh, she tried to send it over that other bus stack that hasn't even been touched, and she got stuck.
You're laughing now. Just you wait. She can get out of this. Backs it up, going for the send again. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Half-pipe pirouette, lands it on the down ramp, and in typical BKT fashion, another tire goes out.
Up on 2 wheels, hang on, almost at the exit. Wow! Whips it into a moonwalk. Telling you right now, guys, Kayla's on a mission right now.
Mance just broke the whole sound barrier with that scream. I'm sure all of my friends up in Wisconsin are wondering why they just heard a great white shark having an orgasm. Kayla's in a very tough spot right now, trying to get out of that corner, but with a flat right front and left rear, getting that truck turned is going to be real difficult. I'm surprised she's still going.
Going to the back of the red bus. Oh, she'll flip it over, but not before bringing the 15 people in Wyoming to their feet. Unbelievable run by Caleb Blood. I got to hand it to her. She did a lot with a broken truck.
The perseverance with Caleb Blood was exceptional. Take a look at this replay here. Going for the double buster, she gets this half-pipe, fishtail, whatever the heck you want to call it, and then goes for the single white car stack on the far side. Almost made like Paul Bunyan and went for the trees, but she slammed that truck into reverse and got a little bit of a moonwalk out of it.
Regulation judges put up 2 8s and a 7 and a single bonus point, so the first driver to take the lead and get into bonus time, and Caleb Blood takes the lead by 1 point with a score of 24. While someone that I know that can make the push to put up a higher number is Weston Anderson. And how about that 3rd generation Corvette full charge? Guys, this thing looks gorgeous.
Stunning ride. It's actually got my mouth watering right now. Normally, Weston drives another Gravedigger truck, but he got the call to debut this truck for everyone here in Wyoming.
Weston's only a young gun, and he's got 2 World Finals main field appearances under his belts already. Dennis, Adam Ryan, and Kristen have taught him well. He's even got that signature Anderson throttle rhythm going right now. Let's just keep quiet and let the fans listen. That combination of moves was impeccable. This kid, I'm telling you, he's going places, and he can drive that like a cowboy can ride a bull at a rodeo. Now, he's going for the double buses.
Ooh, he tried to go over that red bus the other way, but he had to back up. Finally gets it over the second try. I'm surprised he stopped before hitting that bus after going over the other 2.
Well, think about it for a second. If he kept going, he probably would have clipped the front end of that red bus and, God forbid, rolled it over.
Weston making some good time on his run. Now he's up on 2 wheels.
Uh-oh, he overdid that, Scott.
Come on. Save it.
And he's back on all 4s. Weston with an amazing save. Fired up. Let him go.
Yeah, the truck was shut down by the officials because we can't have anything nice nowadays. The clock was frozen, as is the rule here on Monster Jam. And there he goes. They let him refire.
Awesome choice by the officials. I know some of them have gotten a bit trigger happy with the RII in recent times.
And the clock has been restarted with those cyclones. The Andersons know how to get that truck to snap and spin, but man, that save, that should blow Caleb Blood right out of the water.
And Weston's going to take a different approach to that band stack, going sideways over them. And with that, he is in BKT tires bonus time. Telling you both right now, Caleb Blood's probably thinking, wait a minute, I just got the lead, and now I've got Weston Anderson coming after me.
Well, you and Ken know this as much as I do, but the Andersons are no slouches when it comes to freestyle. Weston knows what he needs to do to get the lead from Caleb Blood, and oh my, did you see that? He crossed the red, hit it over the center stack, and rebounded over the red bus. That will have to score really well with the bonus judge.
Weston is on the absolute ragged edge right now, bicycling it into the wheelie ramp, now crossing over the center buses the other way. Oh, he's on the nose. He's in trouble again.
No, he's not, Ken. Pirouetting it on the front bumper, setting it down. Beautifully done.
What an impressive run by Weston Anderson. If this run doesn't take the lead, we might have to call security to escort the judges out, because I know those fans will be up in arms about it.
Boy, am I glad that the three of us aren't judges. I'd hate to be put on the spot like that after watching a run as insane and action-packed as this one. Looking back at this run, he had a lot of highlights. The momentum was spot on even after he was shut off by the officials, and despite making that one stop after hitting the center jump, this should give him an advantage over Caleb Blood.
25 in regulation to give him the lead and 3 bonus points. 28 is now the score to beat, and guess what? Dalton Widener's going to have to try and beat that score.
Whoa, hang on, big boy. Nice recovery from Dalton as he heads over to the back of the red bus. You know, a common theme ever since John Gordon's run earlier today is everyone else is trying to one-up the guy that came before. They seem to be going at it with a lot of steam, but they can't do too much too quickly. Otherwise, they're going to wind up breaking parts, and Dalton seems to be doing that with relative ease.
Beautiful slap wheelie right there, walking it all the way to the end of the track. Now he's going to make his way back around. I thought he was going to hit the center buses, but he's going to hit the high side of that wheelie ramp. This is a pretty conservative run so far, if you ask me.
Going over the backside of those vans, going at the far racing lane, a little bit crooked, and check this out.
Oh my, that takes me back to the days of the lowrider culture. He dropped the back of that truck and slapped it back up. He hasn't had to stop and back up once, unlike Weston's run. But everything else seems to match it. The energy, the momentum. He just needs a wow factor to reel the judges in.
Ooh, and a nice save. I thought he was going to go over after hitting that car off to the side, but he got on the throttle and saved it, and now he's going for the center buses.
The judges should take that hit into consideration. He went in it with a lot more speed than Weston did, gets a slap wheelie on the landing, and he's going to pop it up on the front end again, slamming into reverse. Look at this. Now we got a reverse wheel.
Bilton's being a lot more technical while maintaining that ragged edge style and consistent momentum. If he keeps this run going, we may have a potential tie, or if we're lucky, a winning run here.
10 seconds into bonus time with this combination, and he's in trouble.
Oh, no, he's not in trouble. That's determination and risk-taking. He knew he was going to have to top Weston somehow, and that save did it. What an incredible move by Dalton Widener.
Wrapping up BKT Tires bonus time with those donuts. He's going to keep going, but unfortunately anything else he does is for the fans. It won't be counted for points, but the judges... Oh my goodness, one save after another. As I was getting ready to say earlier, the judges are going to have a tough job to do now. They just saw Weston's run and gave him a 28. Now they got to decide on how they'll be scoring this run.
Another jump over the center buses and spins it around into another save. Hits the pyramid off to the side, and look out.
Man, that was a violent rollover. Nevertheless, he caps off a very strong run. I think the first save he did should get him a few points, but you can only get up to 5 bonus points. Those moonwalks he did might have hurt him a bit, especially since he did so many of them. 2 minutes isn't really a lot of time when you put it into perspective.
Well, I certainly enjoyed the run, even with all the moonwalks. Let's see what the judges think. Unbelievable. So he beats Weston in regulation with a 27. All 9s across the board, but only 2 in bonus, giving him a 29. That leaves very little room at the top for Kohler, Mintz, and Anderson. Kohler is going to hit the track when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Monster Jam, brought to you by Monster Energy Ultra Zero Sugar. Monster Energy is the official low-calorie, zero-sugar energy drink of Monster Jam. And brought to you by Universal Technical Institute, industry's choice for technician training. We are down to the final 3 competitors here in Wyoming. All of them have world championship titles under their belt. Dalton Widener is currently holding on to the lead with a score of 29, and he's just got 3 bullets to dodge if he's going to want this win tonight.
Jim Kohler in the Avenger is going to be coming onto the track. He's been known for his crazy freestyles, some of which have been shorter due to how crazy he goes. Going for the red bus first. Uh-oh, is he going to be one and done?
No, he's not going to be one and done, but let me tell you something. That first hit did a lot more damage than Jimmy would have liked. He broke a left rear axle shaft on that landing, and he's got no power going to that wheel whatsoever. Lining that truck up for jumps is going to be really difficult unless he can get some speed going.
We all know that's not going to stop Kohler one bit. We call him Mr. Excitement for a reason. He's going to throw down a killer run, whether it be with a broken truck or not.
Oh, absolutely, Scott. This is what makes monster truck drivers great. Their refusal to quit even when parts break.
Whoa, buddy, hang on. Is it me or am I getting dizzy? Kohler just went into the high-speed spin cycle with those cyclones.
That he did, Ken, and my goodness, I thought he was going to flip over. Going for the red bus. Well, he landed it, but not before breaking even more stuff. Now he's got no steering in the right front and left rear.
Man, that's going to make his job even more difficult. Going for the pyramid, getting a slap wheelie.
Bad idea, Jim.
Well, he tried to save it, but unfortunately it did not work out in his favor, and over he goes. Came close to filling regulation time, but not all the way.
Kohler really wanted to please the fans here in Wyoming, and I'm sure the judges will give him credit for doing all of what he did with a broken truck. That save to start off the run was spectacular, but unfortunately it came with its own set of charges, and he doesn't get to fill the time.
Disappointing for Jimmy. He and I go way back. I know he wanted to throw it down, but I guess the upside here is that he gets to load that truck into his hauler without any missing or broken fiberglass. All the damage here seems to just be mechanical.
Taking a look at the scores as they come in 7, 6, and 7 for a score of 20. Again, not filling the time hurt him, but Dalton Widener has to survive these next 2 runs. The next one being Monster Jam's only 14-time world champion, Tom Mentz, and Maximum Destruction.
Tom's going to be coming out onto the track right now, and don't tell me that candy apple red paint job makes your mouth water.
My mouth is watering, but that's probably because I chugged 3 cans of Bud Light during the commercial break. And on that note, I'm going to step out of the booth to avoid any accountability for my actions.
And with that gross statement out of the way, you very much, Ken. Tom comes out hitting the backside of the red bus first and getting a slap wheelie.
Beautiful sky wheelie as well. Now, Tom's got a lot of work to do. At 29 is not an easy score to beat, especially if you don't fill the 90 seconds and the bonus time.
Getting a rebound off that jump there, and he's going to pop it into a moonwalk. Now, he's going to take the orange center buses. Tom's known for putting on crazy freestyles with amazing moves. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do that tonight. He popped the left front tire on the through racing lane, and now he's managed to stuff it into the vans. He's stuck.
Man, what a disappointment for Tom Mentz. I'm sure his fans were looking forward to him throwing it down here in Wyoming, but one bad hit and his run is over. He had a couple highlights in his run. I don't want to take too much away from him. But again, filling the clock, especially with a high score to beat, is absolutely necessary if he wants to win anything. And unfortunately, yeah, the cards are not going to play in his favor as he only scores a 16.
If I were Dalton Widener, I'd be on the edge of my seat right now. Adam Anderson is going to be hitting the track now. That Gravedigger 42 is dialed in. He's got the fire inside. All he's got to do now as he rolls onto the track is make sure that truck stays in one piece and throw down a run that the fans and judges both will like. He cannot afford to go over early, nor can he afford any major braking. Just needs to be on guilt.
Kind of got the announcer's curse going as he got up on two wheels multiple times. His suspension might be a little bit stiff right here, but Adam has been driving for almost 20 years. I remember his debut in Taz like it was yesterday. He's come a very long way since then, and I'm confident that he's going to have the momentum and wow factors needed to knock Dalton Widener out of the hot seat.
Amazing hang time over those vans, man. He really launched that thing. Now he's making his way back over to the pyramid, going at it from the back. I think he's got a lot of potential here. Adam's got some good momentum. Of course, he takes after the icon Dennis Anderson. For those who are wondering where Dennis is, at least in this timeline, he's currently at another commitment, so he asked Adam to fill in for him.
Scott, he's on borrowed time. He popped the right front tire when he was making that turn, and he got stuck on the center buses. He's going to try again, but that bus seems to be hooking onto the truck at just the right spot. I don't know if he's going to make it through the end of his run.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Mark. Adam's stuck up there, and he's stuck real good. I don't think he's going to be able to continue his run.
He's going to give it all he has, though. He's not going to quit. Looks like some stuff broke aside from that wheel, and I don't believe it. Adam is stuck, unable to finish the clock. His run is over. As we look at some of the better moments from Adam's run, he was going after Dalton. He knows how freestyle works. He knows the higher scores are going to be impossible to beat, but that last obstacle got him. The judges are only going to give him all sevens for a score of 21, and that means Dalton Widener, with a lot of good luck charms and bringing back a classic name, has officially won freestyle in Wyoming.
My hat's off to him. I know he's got to be pumped about that win. He's actually on his way over to get his trophy now, and I'm sure Anderson and Mentz are disappointed they couldn't please their fans, but hey, there's always another time, right?
Start it up, we'll tear it up. Roll into town, 10,000 pounds, come gather round. The king will be crowned, sounds unmistaken, no time for faking. Got the crowd shaking, feel the earthquake, impact in the stands. Millions of fans up with your hands, it's time to jam.
Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of Monster Jam on the ThunderBuddy Racing Network. We had a lot of great moments tonight from Weston Anderson and John Gordon Save, to the Wild Cyclones from Jim Kohler, and two-wheel skills from Caleb Blood. But ultimately, it was Dalton Widener in Backwards Bob who would grab the freestyle win tonight. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Like always, be sure to strike them likes, flood that subscribe button, and twist that notification bell for any and all future content from ThunderBuddy Media, and consider pledging for a superfan membership for $2.99 per month. For Mark Schroeder and Ken Stout, on behalf of Haley Nicole, I'm Scott Douglas, and we'll see you next time on Monster Jam.